So guess what, Mom Blogger? I deleted over 50 Pinterest boards. Ooh, I wonder why. You want to know why? All right, so here is my Pinterest profile right here. It's right here. If we go down to the analytics, you can see how everything is going good, right? Everything is up for the most part. And it was around 90 days ago is when I did erase total 50 Pinterest boards. Now, if you don't know, my profile was mostly made up of group boards. And you can tell these are group boards when they have not me in the front here, I guess. And they have like 99 people. So you can see I still am in group boards, but I got rid of 50 of them because I am in a lot of group boards still. And so I'm in the process of removing probably, those are my archive boards. And I archived a lot of my own boards too, right here. But I always do that. I mean, I cut out a lot actually, but there's still more to go. And my plan is to wipe out a lot of these group boards because they're not benefiting me or my brand at all. It's something that I've been playing with and it hasn't hurt my Pinterest profile, but it hasn't really done much the other way, so to speak. And so what I've been doing is going to the analytics here, scrolling down to my top boards based on clicks. And if they're not my boards, then I consider removing them. So this one is location independent. It's had 1 save, 62 pin clicks, and 34 outbound clicks. These are from my pins from this board. So I can get an idea of that. Same thing with this one. It's getting 130. So the ones closest to the top here, this is still mine. This is mine. That's mine. This is not mine. So, 130, that's great. This one's 84, 34, and then I can just go down. So I'll usually just go down to the very, very end here and see, is it worth it to still keep this group board? This is my board. It's not doing too well, but I don't even update this board too much either. Organizing does well on my niche site, so I could maybe make this a secret board, archive it. I have to consider that. This one gets nothing here. So I might have to remove this one because it's actually getting nothing. And this is what I'm doing. Nothing. Are these mine? Some of them are just mine. But if they're group boards, I will definitely consider removing them. And if they're my boards, I will consider secreting them, archiving them. I'm a little bit hesitant to totally wipe out those boards. I don't know. What do you guys think about removing actual boards that you created versus the group boards? Because the group boards will still live on. They're just not on your profile anymore, right? That's how I see it. But with my own boards, if they're gone, well, then they're gone. I can't access them again. So that's why I think I archived some of them to see if that does anything. And if you look at my analytics from the past 90 days, I mean, it really hasn't done much here. Is it still, it's the last 30 days. Sorry, the last 90 days. I think around here, the end of June is when I noticed a huge dip. And I was like, okay, well, let me try this tactic. And it did help. It started going up, but then it just got all wonky, and it went down again here. And then it's sort of going up again. So it could just be seasonal that way. Maybe this was the summer. So although I did pretty well in the summer here, and then August for some reason didn't do too well. For me, especially if you just look at the outbound clicks, it didn't really do too much. It sort of is the same progression here over the 90 days. So even though it didn't do too much, I'm kind of happy about that. But I think if I start removing the next batch, I will see a difference. I'm glad that things are still improving here on my profile. That I'm getting, 3.54 million impressions. My total audience is going up, things like that. So I'm happy with that. This profile though, is mostly using Tailwind. My process too is to lower the schedule, which I have. So it's pinning only, I think, between 10 to 20 pins per day. I used to go up to 30 to 40, so I've lowered that. I am manually pinning here and there, but overall, this is just very passive profile and it's doing its thing. It has its top pins and it's helping me bring in more impressions and views to my profile, so which is nice. But I just wanted to get rid of a lot of those boards because my plan is to do what I have with like my niche website. So if we look at my niche website has absolutely no group boards, and it's doing phenomenal for the niche website. Like I feel like it's doing great. So here's my niche website. It's getting like 900,000 views, monthly views here, and it's just my boards. And I just have a few keyboards here, and these are just mine, which is nice. We look at the analytics for the past 90 days. You can see it's similar. Like there's some things here similar over the last 90 days, but I can do the same thing with the boards here and see which ones are not resonating. And it could just be because they're brand new. So this one is brand new. Stain removal tips is sort of new, so it's not resonating with the audience. This one only has, like, I haven't even updated. This has only one pin here. So it's things like that where I have to go, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to update this board with some stuff here. Washing machine cleaner tips. Here are some ideas. I'm just going to add them to this board, right? So the ones that Pinterest thinks I need to add, I will add to make it more relevant there. And maybe that'll help. So a lot of the times by looking at my profile, I can do that. I can revive old boards and see if that works before I archive them, before I remove them. But this profile, no group boards. And so I'm happy that it's still growing nicely. So which means that my twins mommy profile can do the same without group boards. I've relied on group boards for many years to build my profile to where it is, all because of group boards. So to remove them completely is a little jarring for me. I don't know if it is for you, if you've been an OG Pinterest user like I have since, 2016, 2015 kind of thing. But I mean, group boards were it. When I created Ready Set Blog for Traffic, I had a huge sheet of like over 100 group boards, and I updated it every year, added new group boards, removed old ones that weren't performing. It was a big thing, but people loved it. But I had to remove it eventually because it just wasn't working anymore. Group boards just weren't doing its thing. Pinterest has noted that they're not prioritizing group boards. And the intention in Pinterest eyes of a group board was more of a collaboration between sisters and family members to like collaborate on like the wedding and things like that. That's what they saw the group board. So there was no need to get viewers to look at it constantly kind of thing. Whereas as marketers, we looked at group boards as like a way to like share our pins on that person's profile to get more views on that. Like it just was like this huge thing, right? And it worked for a little bit. But Pinterest sort of said, we're going to deprioritize these pins. And so when that happened, I just felt it wasn't valuable for my Ready Set Blog for Traffic students. So I did remove the boards for that course. And I'm in the process, like I said, I've started new sites without the boards. My other profiles do have some group boards, but they're less than 10 to 20. So I don't think they're really affecting too much of my profile. But what's nice is that I have profiles with no group boards. I have profiles with group boards. I removed boards on this group, like on this profile. So there's a lot of things that I can look at. But yeah, I did remove around 50 group boards, and I'm planning on removing more group boards because they're just not benefiting me. Let me know in the comments below if group boards are still working for you. That's a good sign that you're in really good group boards. I do belong to some really good ones, so I definitely want to stay in those ones. But there are dozens of them that just are not performing. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that and if you're in good group boards. And make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.